Hey YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, and I'm back in with another reaction video. Not a viewer request this time though. Not today. Because it's a special occasion. I saw on the feed that Infant Annihilator has released their newest single for their upcoming album, The Battle of Yal da Baoth. Suitably fantasy inspired. Color me excited. I love Infant Annihilator. They're probably my favorite deathcore band. Look, I even have their patch right there. It's super over the top and somewhat played as comedic, but if you take away like the visuals and stuff, it's very heavy, very brutal, very dark. Instrumentals are blisteringly disgusting. Same with the lyrics. So the videos of Infant Annihilator have always been very intentionally comedic. Just from the opening shot of this video, I can already tell we're probably in for more of the same. But yeah, I've got the lyrics here and I've got the official music video. Here we go. Hell yeah. Oh my, they just dabbed. This is most lit. Again, as we can see, there's a great dichotomy between the sound and the lyrical content and the actual visuals being portrayed on screen. Parody of like boy band music videos, I would assume. They've got a bunch of funky little outfits on the beach and they're all doing a bunch of stupid little movements. Kind of like you'd see in a pop music video. But honestly though, like, the thing is that these guys' lyrics, even though they're so extreme all the time, to the point where, you know, it's like the whole point is the lyrical content and the music are supposed to be both just completely over the top in some senses, like not taken too seriously. The lyrics are just so dark and so gnarly that just looking at them, there isn't a hint of comedy really. It's spinning this tale of just utter despair and depravity and filth and just insanity. It's talking about forgotten gods, cities strewn with corpses, prisoners forced to do unspeakable things to survive. If the entire album was kind of based on this fantasy-esque world that they're creating, like it's fitting in really well. Talking about carcasses littering the frame of the citadel, representing the withered remnants of a long ruined realm, the hopeless souls of a forgotten god. They also mention the Galiarch, or I don't know, however you pronounce that, multiple times, which I know is incorporated in the title of one of their previous albums. So again, I think they're building this sort of mythology and pantheon through this. I have a feeling that this album is probably going to be some sort of concept album. I'm getting heavy Malazan vibes here. Just because of how dark and twisted the fantasy is. There's a scene in one of the Malazan books where they're fighting in a city. A building which was a scene of a great battle is so stuffed with corpses that later, when the bodies swell from rot, they burst through the seams of the building and leak, into the streets below. Which, I think would suitably fit into an Infant Annihilator track. I can definitely see the merging of high, dark fantasy and heavy metal. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Let's keep going. guess I should talk about just the sound of the song as well. In typical deathcore and Infant Annihilator fashion, like, it's deathcore, but it turned to 11. I feel like is how I view these guys, which is a part of the appeal to me. The drums are so insanely fast. The guitar leads rip up and down the fretboard, and again, it's just an equally insane pace. There hasn't been like a crazy wow moment like there was in Blasphemian that I reacted to previously. It's just a really solid song, and I think the lyrical content is crazy that it makes. I don't know. I really enjoy it. And I'm having a great time watching the video. It's hilarious. It's a weird feeling listening to something like this and then being so entertained by the weird antics of these guys. In this middle section of the song, the lyrics seem to be detailing the titular 3 eventual warlords that arise from this dark realm. From the depths crawled the first, scavenger of battlefields, seeking jewel-covered carnality, leader of grief, hungry for divinity through meat and eating royalty. He was the second. The last, emerging from the void, unearthed unholy wisdom through systematic sodomy. So these 3, presumably just evil and filth-ridden beings, arise from just the darkness of this realm and of the beings that dwell within it. United only by the cruelty, malice, and absolute revulsion of all life. The royal sanctum, their underlying desire, a mere echo of a thought as they engulf the world in fire. It's so cool. The writing is just so top notch. As I keep saying, maybe you're not supposed to take it seriously, but I just enjoy stuff like this more if I do take it seriously. Obviously not the video. It's all fun. Like I think the guys themselves are just like very goofy, but I think that just goes to show that to write something like this and to create art that is so dark and gnarly and depressing and really pushes the limits of what people think of when they consider, I guess, just like dark and repulsive imagery. You don't have to be that person on the inside as well. You can not take yourselves so seriously and make a video like this and have tons of fun, you know? Like I think that's really what the video is showing us. That's totally possible. Metalheads don't have to be devil worshipping, blood drinking, evil warlords all the time. You know, we can just hang out and have fun too. I just like the music and the lyrical content so much that I just choose to view it or to interpret it in a serious light, as far as like when I picture the story in my imagination, just because I find it more enjoyable that way, you know. And that's just how I like the music. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with kind of viewing the whole thing as a joke either. That's your prerogative, I suppose. Oh yeah. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. Okay, so look at this album art. Fantasy. So awesome. Out September 11th. Out 9/11, guys. Never forget. Okay, so that was Infant Annihilator's newest single off their upcoming album, The Battle of Yal Dabaoth. Amazing. I mean, I of course I thoroughly enjoyed the song. So entertaining, the video and just the sonic elements together. I do like keeping them separate from each other, as I stated before. The video, first off, talking about that, very fun, very funny. The guys just romp around on the beach, making fun of, I guess, pop music videos and stuff like that. You know, just having a good time. I like it. The music, on the other hand, and the lyrics, so dark. I love the album art that they displayed at the end. So obviously inspired by epic fantasy, Lord of the Rings, a bunch of other things. Like, just the architecture just looks so It reminds me of like Minas Tirith a little bit, but just very, very dark, you know? The last third of the song here, the lyrics talking about how the warlords gathered to pledge their oath. Ere the well-known landscapes fades, the call to battle shall be obeyed. And then they details how they slay multitudes of people. They are cloaked in the innocent. The warlords bathe. And then they have a bunch of what they call deviant disciples that go forth and, I guess, wreak havoc upon the realm. And then the very last lines of the song saying, from the degraded and hopeless creatures of the plague arose 3 cannibalistic warlords. They will lay the kingdom to unholy ruin. So cool. And again, reminded me of parts of Malazan, like the Penyon Doman or whatever, just this horde of ravenous people that surge across the countryside, just committing unspeakable acts and leaving wanton destruction and violence in their wake. Infant Annihilator becoming the soundtrack to more grotesque moments in Malazan Book of the Fallen, or just becoming its own fantasy concept album. I thoroughly approve. I really enjoy this video. I really enjoy the song. Anyways, excited for the new album, Infant Annihilator. Rocking them all day, all night. And yeah, that's Juniio signing out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to like it. If you like the channel, make sure to subscribe. Of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you some other day. And that's it. Bye.